跟大家公告一下，1月9号跟1月10号呢，师尊会在西雅图雷藏寺大殿晚餐后呢，1月9号师尊会在那边做这个新春的访谈。1月9号，1月10号呢是师尊会画大符跟画大画。1月10号都是在西雅图雷藏寺晚餐之后，晚上8点的时间。欢迎大家踊跃护持，因为很难得，师尊第一次在西雅图这一边呢，也是首次的在西雅图举办这样子的活动。之前呢都是在台湾。那如果大家有空过来的话呢，那希望我们呢能够都能够去西雅图雷藏寺那边护持1月9号跟1月10号的活动。谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。1月9号跟1月10号都是晚上8点，晚上8点。请大家也要把这个好消息大家告诉大家希望大家都能够来参加。谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。
Hello, testing. 现在法会时间很接近了差不多要当主席的要献哈达的都要准备好了。大家都在等待着师尊的莅临。刚才莲燕上师的报告，大家有听到吗？我感觉好像大家都在讲话。今年我们春节是不是特别热闹？因为我们根本上是留在西雅图。刚刚莲燕上师报告就是说，9号就是星期4的晚上8点，在西雅图雷藏寺，师尊有采访。是电视节目采访关于新年的问题大家要知道什么今年什么彩色运彩什么等等的，可能就是采访师尊这一些，希望大家都能够来参加庆祝这个春节的节日。然后呢，在10号呢，师尊是特别这个应该也是在我们西雅图第一次是在画春联跟画扇子，还有新年团拜，这个很特别的我也不知道，我觉得非常的精彩，很有新的意义。所以呢，希望大家记得是9号是刚好星期4，还有10号刚好星期5晚上8点钟。大家也知道，师尊吃晚餐之后给大家摸顶的，所以这个也是很重要。那么现在我们都很接近这个过新年的这个春节的气氛非常不一样，喜气洋洋。 然后我们根本上是在，而且也是第一次在西雅图雷藏寺主办这个活动，我觉得要非常的不可思议，不一样的感觉，所以希望大家能够一起来参加，请大家告诉大家，谢谢。大家都知道，今天的护摩主尊药师佛，哎呀，上个星期师尊也讲了，想要治病的就要赶快报名哦，这样子。所以大家呢，我希望呢，大家能够在新的一年身体健康事事顺利。在师尊护摩的开始的时候希望大家能够集中精神就观想自己在火中，观想师尊变成药师佛来照耀自己，还有报名的需要帮忙的亲朋好友都能够观想他们融入这个护摩火当中是非常难得。真佛宗美国西雅图彩虹雷藏寺南无药师佛护摩法会开始，与会大众请起立，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王圣尊莲生活佛、师母莲香上师、仁波切及上师团，与会大众虔诚合掌，唱诵。
Today, on January 5th, 2020, here at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, the founder of True Buddha School, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, is presiding over Medicine Buddha Homa fire offering ceremony. The ceremony will begin soon. And now we are welcoming His Holiness to enter into the Homa hall and will be reciting the Root Guru mantra. Okay.
顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心善印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心善印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心善印。四平等一起手。请主持人敬献哈达，以表最高敬意。 热烈的掌声，感恩根本上师的赐福。
His Holiness just accepted the offering of Hatha from the primary supplicants for this Homa. And now we are inviting His Holiness to ascend to the Dharma throne. We are inviting Simu to please take the Dharma seat. Inviting Rinpoche and all the Dharma masters to please take the seats. Inviting all the venerables, our distinguished guests, and all participants to please be seated. Inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants for this Homa. First, we would like to give a great round of applause to our lineage Guru to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage Guru for presiding over this Medicine Buddha Vaishyaya Guru Homa fire offering ceremony. We would also like to extend warm welcome to Simu, all participating Dharma masters, venerables, and all participants. Thank you for participating and your support in this ceremony. The offering of Hatha, let's join our palms with reverence, and we are inviting Vaja Master Lian-Sheng to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage Guru as a symbol of the highest honor. Visualize true Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Guru mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Nian Seng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Nian Seng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Nian Seng Siddhi Hom.
Perform the visualization of the four immeasurables, ancestors and relatives from the father's side on your right, from the mother's side on your left, friends and teachers behind you, and in front of you, enemies and karmic creditors, and around you, all sentient beings together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Awakening mudra. Recite purification mantras and the deity mantra.
Om Siudori Siudori Siumori Siumori Soha. Om Vajradan Ho Ho Hom. Namo Samanto Modoran Om Doro Doro Dewe Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Om A Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha.
We sincerely invoke our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Namo White Mahapadma-Kumara. Namo Lotus Light Self-Mastery Buddha. True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Medicine Buddha. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Medicine Buddha. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Medicine Buddha. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jetpan. Namo Five Dhyani Buddhas. Namo True Buddha School 8 Primary Deities. Namo Yamantaka. Namo Akalanata, the Four Heavenly Kings. Sma Bodhisattva. Rainbow Temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Tantric Quarter, Seattle Lechang Temple, and abode at the Southern Mountain. Rainbow Temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Plant God, Wind God, Water God, Heavenly Fire God, Dragon Gods, and all divinities as well as the city gods to please radiate light and bless His Homa. Great homage using visualization, first to Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Great mandala offering, form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Medicine Buddha, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, four continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow us civilization. For full refuge, visualize our lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Reset the mantra.
Namo Guru Be, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhyaye.
Armor protection. Form Vajraklaps mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times.
Om Bodhi Ranjari, 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 Om Bodhi Ranjari.
inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation with Vajrabell and scepter to bless all the registration forms, Homa cards, all the offerings. We are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the Homa fire pit, to set ceremonial demarcation around it, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, mechanization, and subjugation, and bardo deliverance. The assembly will be reciting the Heart Mantra of Medicine Buddha.
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
Inviting His Holiness to return to the Dharma throne. Inviting Simu Vajra Master Lian-Sheng to please take the seats. Inviting Rinpoche, all the Dharma Masters, Venerables, our distinguished guests, and all participants to please return to your seats. During this time, you may perform the Mala visualization, the Homa visualization, the emergence of the deity, the merging of the deity with the Homa fire, and the merging of yourself with the deity and the Homa fire. Visualize the Homa fire burn away all your karma and negativities, and continually chant the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Medicine Buddha.
Soha
卡兹呀玛哈贝卡兹呀拉扎萨摩卡德嘿梭哈。
Recite the mantras of eight principal deities and incarnate Buddha Amitabha.
Mani pe mi hom. Om panamo linto ling soha. Om ha 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 wei samye soha. Om zeri zuri zunti soha. Om zambara chaleng chalaye soha. Om a hom beta guru pe ma siti hom se. Om a hom guru pe a he sasamaha Lian-Sheng siti hom. Deyata om bekazaya bekazaya maha bekazaya lata samo tyadele soha.
Homage to 36,119,500 Buddhas with the same name identification of Amitabha. Homage to 36,119,500 Buddhas with the same name identification of Amitabha. Homage to 36,119,500 Buddhas with the same name identification of Amitabha. Recite the supplication to the Buddha to stay in the Saha world. I pay homage to His Holiness the virtuous, marvelous Tantrika, all Buddhas of the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas who are full of compassion toward all beings, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, protector of Dharma. The nights are long, the 3 poisons are proliferating, my body and soul are stricken, tumbling the misery perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage deluded ones. 3 jewels, eminent wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, humans and devas rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that He stay in this world to turn the Dharma wheel to benefit and benefit all sentient beings. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend love and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We pray to the medicine Buddha to shower compassion upon our lineage Guru. May His Holiness stay strong and healthy, untouched by any illnesses. Live a long life with great spirits, bliss to turn the Dharma wheel in samsara. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to the medicine Tathagata of the Eastern Lapis Lazuli realm. Homage to the medicine Tathagata of the Eastern Lapis Lazuli realm. Homage to the medicine Tathagata of the Eastern Lapis Lazuli realm. We pray to Bhaisaya Guru. By the nectar in your nectar vase, it's showered upon all participants. We pray to Bhaisaya Guru Tathagata to shower the nectar from your nectar vase upon all beings. We pray to Bhaisaya Guru Tathagata to shower the nectar from your nectar vase upon all participants here. Please guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. Please bless us. Please bless any of those with sicknesses so that their karmic sicknesses be eradicated. Please bless all participants and more with good health. Please bless all participants with ample resources. Please bless all participants with harmony, love, and respect. Please bless the dispersion of calamities, of enemies and enmities and obstructions. Please bless us with enhanced wisdom. Namo, medicine Tathagata of the Eastern Lapis Lazuli realm, please radiate the Lapis Lazuli light and radiate upon the brow chakra, the throat chakra and the heart chakra, the navel chakra, the secret chakra, so that all the 3 channels and 7 chakras in our bodies, as well as all other channels and chakras, can be purified. We pray that you bless all participants amidst auspiciousness. For the blessings by the root guru is the root of blessings, and the absorption by the yidam is the root of attainment, and the protector is the root of our work. May these 3 roots always be with us. We pray to Vaisaya Guru Tathagata to radiate the Lapis Lazuli light, so that we have strong commitment in our spiritual cultivation. May we benefit from our spiritual cultivation to enhance our clear light radiance, to ignite our inner fire. May we have attainments in the completion stage. To Vaisaya Guru Tathagata, gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted according to our wishes. May all enemies and enmities disappear. May all calamities disappear. May all obstructions disappear. Recite 100 syllable mantra 3
Sawa karma sotame citamu siriran guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mensa petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya petsa sato tenu paditha jetso me pawa suto kayu me pawa supu kayu me pawa Anurato me pawa sawa sidi me purayata sawa karma sotame citamu siriyan guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mensa petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya 贝扎萨多德努巴迪查，杰佐美巴瓦，苏多卡于美巴瓦，苏布卡于美巴瓦，安诺拉多美巴瓦，萨瓦西迪美布达亚查，萨瓦嘎尔玛苏查美吉达姆西里人咕噜哄，哈哈哈哈呵巴嘎文萨瓦。达他嘎达贝扎玛米门查贝兹巴瓦马哈萨玛亚萨斗阿吽嘿。做观想大礼拜，100根本。
Great homage using visualization first to root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Recite completion mantra.
让我们以热烈的掌声感谢根本传承上师。
Let's now give a great round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage Guru for presiding over this sublime Homa fire offering ceremony. Now let us all join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liang-Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today, the medicine Buddha, Upaisaya Guru Tathagata. Sumo, Tanzan Gatso, all the Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet. And our participating VIPs today are the Taipei rep to Norway and Sweden, the Ambassador Dongzhou Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy, and accountant to True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? Today, let's make an announcement first. Next Sunday, on January 12th, Sunday at 3 p.m., there will be Akasa Garba Homa fire offering ceremony. So next Sunday, January 12th, at 3 p.m., there would be Akasa Garba Homa fire offering ceremony. So on January 12th, the Taiwan presidential election would have passed. Time really flies. Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, the sixth syllable is Kang. Kang. The Kang of Lang Yang Kang. Kang means sky or the cosmic space, empty space. And his mudra typically is like this. The tips of the index fingers touching each other, and the rest of the fingers in a clasp, and then extend the index fingers and the tips are touching each other. That's the mudra.
Namo Akya Om Ali Kamani Muni Soha.
That's the mantra. Om Akya Sakipoye Om Ali Jamali Muni Soha. And he's holding a precious sword and a lotus blossom. So this deity, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, is the yidam of Kobudaishi. Akasagarbha is one of the 8 yidams, and they are Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Manjusri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, Vajrapani Bodhisattva, and Vishkambi Bodhisattva. They are the 8 great bodhisattvas. So Akasagarbha has a very special dharma practice, because when Kobudaishi was practicing inside the cave, when he was in spiritual union with the yidam, a star descended from the sky and entered into his mouth all the way to his heart. So he's in union with his yidam, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva. So this deity has the Dhamma practice for asking, for hearing and contemplating, which is to increase your memory. For those with dementia or memory loss, he has this very extraordinary skill to increase your memory. When you open the book, with a glance, you would remember it all. We have many children nowadays with extremely great memories, and multiplication and addition, subtractions, divisions, and continually this plus this times that, divide by that, subtract that, and plus, and etc., etc., etc. Say for over 1 minute, and they are able to answer, to give the answer right away. They are already calculating in their brains. So the calculator is lost. They win over the calculators. They can give answers faster than the calculators. So in their past lives, they must have practiced Akasagarbha Bodhisattva's Dharma practice. But if you want to get Alzheimer or dementia, then you don't need to become primary supplicants. However, if you want to have good memory, that you can remember all that you read and that you can understand all the sutras as soon as you open it, then you have to pray to this deity. He's also a wisdom deity, the same as Manjushri Bodhisattva. He's also a wisdom deity. I've said it before, that knowledge is the same as an underwear. Although you cannot see it, it is very important. And this is the yidam for knowledge and wisdom. In a while, when I ask you questions, you don't know anything. When I ask questions, I turn my head this way and everybody is looking down. And then I look to the side and nobody's looking at me. And after asking the question, like the masters above or the venerables below, nobody or very few people can give the answers. Therefore, you have to become primary supplicants for this deity, Akasagarbha. So if you have the wisdom of Akasagarbha, that would be incredible. Why is he called Akasagarbha? Which is like the store of the cosmic space, because his wisdom is like the cosmic space. Just now, at the front door of the Rainbow Temple Hall, as I walked out, I saw the mountains in the distance. And the air is very refreshing. It was a divine horse mountain with lots of white powders, which is the snow, of course. When I took a look, from my memory, it appeared the gate to Lhasa, the mountain gate toward Lhasa, was called the Kuka Pass. All of a sudden, I remembered the Kuka Pass, mountain pass. And the mountains were covered by snow halfway down. So the scenery was also like the sacred mountain, which was called Lian-Sheng mountain. So I've been to Rainbow Temple for many times, and I have lived here for a while too. I've never seen it like this. Just this kind of weather, this kind of look of the mountains make you remember the sacred mountain of Tibet, Lian-Sheng mountain. And in my heart, I felt that reverence heart. So the Rainbow Temple or the Rainbow Villa is very sacred, very spiritual and sacred. But if you sleep here every night, and you don't feel the sacredness, then they have disappointed their own lives. Look at the Divine Horse Mountain to the front, and to the left is the favorable person peak, and to the right is the character one mountain, the screen mountain, the brush mountain, and behind is the official head mountain. There are layers upon layers of mountains, and a little bit further is the Snoqualmie Pass, also surrounded by layers upon layers of mountains. In the winter time, it's very serene, like the high mountains in Tibet. Mountains upon mountains endlessly. And the rivers flow around the mountains. And the grasslands are as far as you can see. Sometimes you don't see people and their lives. Forests, grasslands. At mountains above 5,000 meters, 6,000 meters, when the sun is shining, it's extremely bright. And when the sun sets, everything is cold and icy. That kind of scenery often appears inside Grandmaster's heart. Especially that mountain pass toward Lhasa. It's called the Kuka mountain pass. So this Rainbow Villa, Rainbow Temple has a very strong and thick sacred energy. So I hope people that live here not just sleep all day long. They have to practice, be very diligent in their practice. Many people have lived in Rainbow Temple, and yet they wanted to leave this place to live somewhere else, to go in retreat or to practice. So these people do not know that the sacred energy of this Rainbow Temple is much better than many places. So they sacrifice things that are so close by for something far away that's really quite foolish. Being able to live in this mountain can allow you attainments. Don't let these fools live here. Silly and foolish, ignorant. That sounds like the name of someone, Yi Chun. This girl, Yi Chun, is very smart, but her name sounds like silly or stupid. The very smart one is being called stupid. But people that think they're clever, they're actually truly stupid and foolish. So today, we had the Homa of Medicine Buddha. And he once descended, and just now he did too. Carrying the nectar vase and nectar water sprinkled upon everyone. So this is the nectar to cure illnesses. So I hope upon the sprinkles that all of our illnesses of the body and mind, all kinds of illnesses can be eradicated. I have met Vaisaya Guru Tathagata. I personally saw him in the broad daylight. So Medicine Buddha, a sunlight bodhisattva, moonlight bodhisattva, the supreme king, medicine bodhisattva, the medicine king bodhisattva, and the 12 medicine journals were personally seen by me. And after having the vision or meeting the medicine Buddha, because at those times I was in retreat and I had an illness like a splitting head. And after meeting Medicine Buddha, I was cured. And today I met the Vaisaya Guru again and truly grateful to him that on that year he cured my splitting headache. Medicine Tathagata made some great vows. The 12 great vows of Medicine Buddha. 1. To enhance the clear light radiance of everybody. He himself and other people can generate luminosity in their bodies. And it is of the utmost, the extreme, bright, brilliant radiance, like Medicine Buddha himself. Second, to awaken the sentient beings by his majestic posture. He can bestow upon sentient beings the most precious Buddha Dharma. That's the second vow. The third vow, to satisfy the desires of sentient beings so that they lack nothing. So that's to bestow ample resources to give whatever they need. Fourth is to enable all beings to live according to the Mahayana or Paramitayana. So he wants sentient beings to have attainments like a bodhisattva. The fifth is to allow sentient beings to abide by the precepts, to be pure, and to behave purely. The sixth is to fulfill anyone's wishes, like some perhaps is born with handicaps, then you need to pray to medicine Tathagata. Because of his sixth vow is any people who are handicapped can be recovered, like with the ears, eyes, nose, mouth, or limbs are inadequate, you can pray to medicine Tathagata to become recovered. Seventh is to eradicate the illnesses of all sentient beings, to allow peace, joy, and the attainment of the Supreme Body. So anyone with illness can pray to him. He has this great vow. The eighth is to transform females into males. So say if you're pregnant and you know that in the womb is a baby girl and you want a baby boy, you can pray to medicine Tathagata. His eighth vow is to transform females into males. Ninth is to liberate beings from demonic paths, the evil views and thoughts, and to guide beings onto the right path. So all sentient beings can be liberated from the blockages or the bondages from the demons. Like if you have the evil ghosts and evil spirits with you and you have improper thoughts, then medicine Tathagata can let you have the right and proper thoughts. The 10th vow is to free sentient beings from disasters of thieves and robbers and bandits. Many beings suffer problems like that dinosaur judge and involved in a lawsuit and being arrested, etc., even when you don't commit the crimes. So you would be free from encountering robbers, thieves, criminals, and other disasters. The 11th is to satisfy the starving and parched sentient beings, so you can get good food and drinks. The 12th is to provide beautiful clothing to those without clothes. So he has 12 vows. That's medicine Tathagata. If you remember, and you can pray to him to make your vows, and you would be fulfilled. And Grandmaster can witness that after I met the medicine Tathagata, the Sunlight Bodhisattva, Moonlight Bodhisattva, Medicine King Bodhisattva, Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva, and the 12 medicine generals, afterwards I knew that my illness will recover. And sure enough, I recovered. I was well again with the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So medicine Tathagata has many vows. If we know his vows, you can pray to him. Whenever he descends, he would definitely help you. Now let's continue to expound on Lamdre. Third, what is the intrinsic nature of the start of affinity? The verse said, start of affinity is due to others. For a yogi, the start of affinity to rise to meditation is not fixated, nor depending on the stages. The accumulation of the start of affinity is obtained from the channels, seeds, ambrosia, and qi. Other things like food and diet, dignity, everyday life, etc. is obtained from other affinities. Therefore, it is referred as the start of affinity are due to others. So in Tantrayana, the start of affinity for our spiritual cultivation is from the channels. How many channels are there inside our body? 72,000 channels. And the most important one is the central channel, and the left channel, and the right channel. And they are also the chakras. Why do we need this? Because these are the path of our spiritual cultivation. The channels are the paths. When you have the path to walk on, then you can cultivate spiritually. And why is it obtained from the seeds? Because in Tantrayana we use the mantra. So that's why we also call it Mantrayana. And in Japan it's called the Shingon, or the true sound or true language, and that is the seeds, the seed syllables, the characters. So the seeds are given by heavens. So they are the channel seeds that have symbols, that are symbols. The yidams are transformed from the seed syllables or the seeds. All the deities can appear from the seed syllable, character, as the seed syllable. All the deities can use as their seed syllable. So from Om Ahom, Om means the whole universe, the whole cosmic space, and means the yidams, the appearance of the yidams. And Hom is downward. So therefore we say Om is the Dharmakaya, is the Sambhogakaya, and Hom is the Nirmanakaya. We often say this. That's why we say it, we obtain it from the seeds or from ambrosia, and the ambrosia refers to the light drops. So obtained from the ambrosia, that's the light drops. And what is the light drops? It's the fuel, and obtained from qi. And what is the qi? Qi is the vehicles. Channels are the paths. And the qi is the car or the vehicle. And the light drops are the fuel that's being placed on the qi, that's being transported all over the body. Explaining it this way, you will be clear. And you need to have the channels to be open and flowing, and the qi can move smoothly and with lots of light drops. And the food or the diet, whatever you eat, and the dignity, the everyday life, whether you sit, stand, walk, or stand, is also a kind of start of affinity, but it is due to others. It's others' kind of affinities. And because you eat something, there's this joke. A patient told the doctor, "Doctor, when I eat cucumber, then I would poop the cucumber. When I eat corn, then I poop the corn. When I eat watermelon, I poop watermelon. When I eat the winter melon, I poop winter melon. When I eat pumpkin, I would poop pumpkin or honeydew. So I would poop whatever I eat. What should I do?" And the doctor replies, "Why don't you eat poop? Then you can poop the poop. Then you would be normal." So, like food and drink, in order to ignite the inner fire, and yet you eat all cold things, then you will not be able. How can you ignite the inner fire? So if you practice the inner fire, you have to pay attention to what you eat. You have to eat special food, special things that can ignite the inner fire. It's very simple, right? In order to ignite your inner fire, and yet you eat a cold and cool things, how can you ignite the inner fire? Of course, it would be impossible. This is referred as the start of affinities to others. In order for you to ignite your inner fire, you have to have the start of affinity for the inner fire, and you have to rely on your diet. And also your lifestyle, your everyday life is also very important. Your dignity, your spiritual cultivation, your posture. You shouldn't always look very weak and crumpled and slanted. Then of course your channels are not straight and smooth. Then your channels are not open, so you need to sit upright. That's why we teach you to sit in the Vairocana 7 postures or the full lotus position, is in order to straighten your channels. But if you're always slanted and stoop and crumpled and weak, you always have a hunchback. That means your channels are not right. If you have hunchback, then your channels would be crooked, and you have to straighten it. So when the qi and channels are not open and flowing, then you have all kinds of illnesses. But when they are all open and flowing and straight, then there would be no pain and no illnesses. If there is an ailment on your body, that means there's blockage in the channels of that part. You cannot break the channels, cannot split it apart. It has to be flexible and straight and has no blockages. Say if you have blockages in the brain, then you would have strokes. If the channels in the heart or around the heart is blocked, Why does Grandmaster do push-ups every day? It's not to play, it's not for my biceps either. Of course, by doing that, you would have that strong and big biceps or triceps. It's not primarily because of that, but is to exercise the channels around the heart so it becomes a flexible, so that you don't have blockages in those areas, so that they are not blocked. So the Vajra Kung Fu or Vajra fist exercises is to make the channels open and flowing from the head to the neck, to the chest, to the forelimbs, to the intestines and colons, stomach, and the Vajra Kung Fu for the whole body. If you do the exercise, is to make your channels open and flowing. If there's blockage, then you would feel pain. If it's blockage here, then you would feel pain there. So this is the start of affinity due to others. That's the reason. 4. What is the complementary aspects of the 4 paths? The verse said the Mahabodhi path. That refers to the 3 paths of Sravakahood, Pratyeka Buddhahood, and Paramita path. Without this affinity, it cannot gather. Only the sublime fruits of the 13 grounds and the great Vajradhara path can accumulate and gather. Therefore, it is referred as the Mahabodhi path. What is this Mahabodhi path? I talk about 3 here, but I talk about 4. Mahabodhi path is the Buddhahood, and Sravaka path is the Sravakahood. Pratyeka Buddha path is the Pratyeka Buddhahood, and the Paramita path is the Bodhisattvahood. So 4 paths. Without the starts of affinities, it cannot gather. Only the sublime fruits of the 13 grounds and the great Vajradhara path can accumulate and gather. 4 kinds. 1 is the Buddhahood, Arhatship, Sravakahood, Bodhisattvahood. The most sublime fruits are the 13 grounds, and a bodhisattva has 10 grounds. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th ground, it's the same as Buddhahood. Starting from the 11th ground, that's Buddhahood. That's why we call it the Mahabodhi path. And what is the Mahabodhi path? That's the Buddhahood vehicle. There's a general manager who told his co-worker, in the company, I am the head. I am the CEO. I am the head. And then his friend said, I believe that. But at home, and the general manager, the CEO said, of course I'm the head too. And how about your wife? And he replied, she's the neck. Why? When the head wants to move around, it has to listen to the neck. That's a joke. But is that a joke? It's not. It's just like what's said in Lamdre. When your head is moving, the start of affinity is the neck. Only when the neck moves, the head can move. If the neck does not move, how can the head move? Can the head move without the neck moving? It seems you are able to. So the neck and the head are together. How should we say it better? You have any idea? A better example? There's a good example. Our esophagus, when the food goes in, then the path would open and the food can go down. But when you breathe, the air has to go through the air duct cannot be through the food duct. So, but if you let the food goes into the air duct, then you would start to choke. So therefore, the food is working together with the food canal and the airs with the air. So the food with the esophagus. If not, then it could be dangerous. So, do we have to register ourselves for the planet ruler protection? It's not so important, you know. Actually, it's more important to register to your wife, because the planet ruler is intangible. And to placate your wife is more important. Actually, both are important. That a home is not a place to talk reasons. At home, you should not talk reasons with your wife. If you do, then you would get into an argument. That as long as it is harmonious, that everything will go well. It's very important to control your temper. Good communication is the foundation of happiness. Rules are fixed and stagnate, but human beings are dynamics. So any man who reasons with his wives has mental problem. So man should be smart. Don't always fight to be a winner or to be higher than your wife. Even if you win, can you eat it? Otherwise, you would have to take it out. So registering for planet ruler protection is important, but placarding your wife is even more important. And the rest, no more to say. Actually, it's quite difficult to be a man. You have to placard both inside and outside. It can be quite troublesome. And you have to placard the intangible one. And for the tangible ones, you have to placard both the inside and outside, according to the start of affinities. So, Tanzeng Katso, what are you laughing at? I'm telling you, in the future, you have to placard both the inside and outside. These skills, nobody can teach you. Only one person. One time, I was riding by myself on a long distance trip, and there's this beautiful, cute girl who asked me if she can sit by me. I was so beautiful. A beautiful girl wanted to sit by you, and you're by yourself. How could you be not happy? So we talked and connected really well immediately. And she was shy and told me that she's traveling far by herself, and told me that her mom told her that she had to sit by a reliable man. You know, men are all horny, you know. So that beautiful girl told me that you look like my grandpa. That's why I feel at ease and comfortable with you. So he shouldn't be too happy too soon, because he's considered to be a grandpa. And this is also relying or due to the start of affinity. Really. Nowadays, we don't just take taxis, we can also take Uber. And in Chinese, Ubo sounds like a witch. And you have to be careful. It can be dangerous. We have a flight attendant who comes to Seattle sometimes. And the Uber driver gave her a business card and told her, you can just call me directly when you come to Seattle next time. And doesn't matter where I am, I would come and pick you up. Because she looks quite good and has good figure. And she loves to wear short mini skirts. Of course, I know it's called mini skirt. And to expose her legs. So she's quite good looking. So they get to know each other. Every time she got off the plane, she would call him, and he would prepare some coffee and snacks and sweets for her. And after a while, she usually sat at the back. And after they get to know each other, she sat in the front. And then one time, all of a sudden, there's a hand appearing. And she was shocked. And from then on, she never called that Uber driver again. So sometimes it's like that. When you get on a taxi or Uber, it could be dangerous for women. Unless you're the safe type, that even when you get on Uber, you're okay. So this is also other kinds of starts of affinities. That's the story that she told me. But the unsafe types should be careful. The teacher asked Xiaohua, "Did you found a ring on this road? Why didn't you return it to the owner?" And Xiaohua replied, "Teacher, because it's written, it's carved on the ring that it is yours forever. Yours forever." So the teacher couldn't say anything. So that's the other starts of affinity. Why am I wearing this ring? Because it is carved Seng Yan. Because it's mine. It's always mine. Because my name is carved on it. And the other ring has Atisha carved on it. And this ring was offered to me when I performed Atisha ceremony in Indonesia. So it is a memory. It has some nostalgia. So it's mine forever. So placarding or appeasing the inside is forever yours. To appease the inside and to appease the outside, you also carve the same, yours forever. So in math class, the teacher said, "Xiaoming, if you stick your hand inside your right pocket and you find $100 bill, and then you stick your other hand inside your left pocket and you find a $500 bill, how much is it total?" And Xiaoming replied, "I discovered it must not be my pants, must be somebody else's pants, because he has no money." The math teacher uses this other starts of affinity, and Xiaoming replied according to the other start of affinity. And the tantric spiritual cultivation is also relying on the other start of affinity. You have to rely on the chi channels, light drops, and the seed syllables or characters. These four things in order to have the start of affinity. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. We are truly grateful to His Holiness Precious Dhamma teachings. please help with the chairs, and in a moment there would be the empowerment of Medicine Buddha or Baisaya Guru Tathagata and the corresponding Dharma practices. During the empowerment, please remember to form his mudra, to recite his mantra, and to visualize the deity. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
现在我们恭请根本上师法王圣尊莲生活佛赐授药师佛本尊法灌顶，含皈依灌顶。掌声感恩师尊赐授药师佛本尊法灌顶。顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡 啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引，2拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引，3拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回四平等与洗手。请大家一起就地顶礼师尊，感恩师尊。谢谢师尊。等一下，师尊会很慈悲的给大家摸顶赐福。如果赶时间的，需要先离开的，再排队。
阿弥陀佛，大家好。1月9号跟1月10号呢，会在西雅图雷藏寺晚上8点钟。1月9号呢，师尊会有新春的访谈。1月10号呢，是师尊会画大幅跟画大画，欢迎大家一起护持参加，谢谢大家。1月9号跟1月10号会在西雅图雷藏寺晚上8点钟，欢迎大家踊跃护持参加，谢谢大家。
护摩法会圆满吉祥结束了，非常感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、贵宾同门善信大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.